Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause some of this isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up weekdays, catch us live somebody. Let's stop.
Good afternoon. Yes, afternoon. Good evening and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in great spirits, as it should, as it always should. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Sorry for the delay. There were some things I was looking up, and I had some questions about some things, so I was just doing my due diligence before we jumped into all of this stuff. And there's a lot that we need to talk about. It's some crazy stuff, y'all. This is some wild stuff that we've been that we're looking at here. My Lord. But again, happy Sunday to all y'all. Again, sorry, many apologies for the delay. Just had to do some research. There's some things percolating in the background on another case that I just wanted to make sure I had, and it just kind of dropped in my lap. So I just wanted to make sure it all made earthly sense and all that. So before we get into everything, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below, crush it, do what it do. Okay, hit that like button, hit that reaction button if you're watching on those other platforms. If you are watching on those other platforms, please be sure to hit that reaction button. Of course, hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble. I'm on all them things. So make sure you are following on those platforms. Subscribe here to my main channel, please and thank you. Go to the secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Crush that subscribe button over there as well, because I'm covering a lot of things over there that I'm not covering over here. Or there's shorter things. There's other pieces to these cases that I'm talking over there in shorter formats. Okay, in shorter formed videos. So subscribe to the secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. We are very close to 20,000 subscribers, which is amazing on that secondary channel, which is dope. So The Pascal Show Clips, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe here too, though. All right? Hit that join button down below. Become a member. If you want to support the channel even further, go check out Patreon and my locals. I'm on both of them. Also, check out PascalMerch.com. Yes, we got some really great shirts, really great sweaters, etc. Get those holiday orders in before supplies last, okay? Or before supplies run out. That's what I meant. And before it gets too late and then we can't get it to you fast enough, okay? So please go check it out. We got some really great stuff for the kids. We got a whole kids line of stuff as well. So go check that stuff out, okay? And of course, I got the GoFundMe. I got a holiday show that I'm doing right now. I'm putting together right now as we speak. Go check it out. It's linked to the top of the chat right now as we speak. Support if you can. I got a great lineup for some really great stuff. It's going to be a great show. I can't wait. The first one, the first real one of many, and I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure, if you can contribute, a little goes a very long way. All right. The GoFundMe is pinned to the top of the chat right now as we speak. Okay. We are here. All right. Happy Sunday, everybody. The news just ain't stopping. Okay. This train don't stop. It just don't stop, everybody. It's not going to stop. And now we're finding out more information. Man, I rested my weary little head last night because I was tired. All right. Your boy's working hard. Okay. You don't understand. I'm writing stuff. I'm shooting stuff. I'm directing stuff. I'm doing all this stuff for this Christmas special. Okay. Then I'm corralling all these different people for certain things, which you'll see soon. And then, of course, having to sit down and then make it all look good, right? It's been nonstop. So hence the reason why I think that's how I got sick, because I've just been working, banging out, long hours, okay? Late nights, very early hours, early mornings and all that stuff. But here's the thing. This is what I love to do. I love working. I'm a workaholic, okay? Hi, my name is Pascal. I'm a workaholic. This is what I love to do, right? But still, even when I go and put my head down just to sleep, just to get a little bit of rest, news will not stop. Okay, so there were some things that happened last night that we're going to talk about today, and oh my damn. So in case you didn't know, this guy, I know some of you guys are like, it's a woman, baby. I don't think so. I think this is really a man with really just beautifully trimmed eyebrows. You'll see in a second. You'll see exactly what I mean. Beautifully groomed eyebrows. It's very interesting. Okay? We're going to look at that here in a second. You're going to see what I'm talking about. His eyebrows are just amazing. Okay? We're going to talk about that in a minute. But this man is what everybody's looking for right now. He is the alleged monster who took out the CEO of UnitedHealthCare, Brian Thompson. And there he is right here. Sorry, it's not a perfectly put up still. This man was walking out of his hotel. He was about to go and address be a part of some event, some sort of convention. He was going to do some sort of speech type thing. And he was taken down by this man. Again, this man right here. Now, there's been new photos, etc., that we are going to be looking at of this man who actually did hail a cab. And what did I say yesterday? I said it'd be wild if the taxi didn't have a camera running 24/7 for not only just for its own, well, mainly for its own safety, and also showing proof that, they're not stealing money, so on and so forth, right? But they actually got a photo of the man inside the actual taxi. Take a look at this. Skadoosh. Look at this guy. Okay, first off, he clearly has a history of, there used to be a connection there. There definitely was a unibrow. Now, I can see why his eyebrows are perfectly, they almost look like there's it's like a tattooing. They look almost too perfectly coiffed, at least in this photo. They may connect. There may be a connection right there. You never know. But to me, it looks like he may be, plucking his eyebrows. I don't know, ladies, help me out. Girls, help me out. What do you call it? It's plucking eyebrows, right? Right? Or is it a microblading or whatever the hell it's called? Yeah, I haven't even gone down to the eyes yet. Some of y'all are going, ooh, menacing eyes. Ooh, I haven't even gotten down to the eyes. I'm still looking at the eyebrows because I feel like if he just flap away. He's got some eyebrows, man. He's got some eyebrows. Okay. Oh, yeah, threading. Yeah, threading of eyebrows. Thank you. So his eyebrows are eyebrowing. They Brian Koberger level. Okay, these are some bushy eyebrows. These are the strong features in this man. Strong features in this man. So, yes, laser hair removal. Thank you. Everyone's like, laser hair removal. You can use stones. I don't know what you ladies do. Okay, this right here is just how it is. I mean, not all of this, but I'm saying the eyebrows, they is what they is for me. Okay, I'm just a regular guy like that. Now, I know some guys, no disrespect to guys who, maybe wax, like Alexis just said, wax or, pluck or microblade or thread or anything like that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. Do you, baby? If that's what makes you feel good and makes you look good, do it. All right. Keep on doing it. Don't let me stop you. But his eyebrows are very It's a prominent feature for sure. Now, people are still sitting here saying, nah, this is not a white man. I beg to differ. I still think that he is Caucasian. Now, it doesn't matter to me. He's still a monster. Is a monster. He could be brown, black, white, purple, green. It doesn't matter. What he did is terrible. What he did is absolutely terrible, and he's out here in these streets. And I know, which is also the wild part too to me, in my personal opinion, is you got people out here. You got people out here that are going, yay, woo, excited about this man running around in these streets. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a huge fan. Just like I feel like a lot of us feel about the healthcare insurance, or health insurance world. We're not happy about it. We don't like healthcare, how it's approached here in this country. We don't like it. But it does not mean you go up to the CEO of one of those conglomerates and just wipe them off the face of the planet in broad daylight. You just don't do that. There are other ways to get your point across, and that's not one of them. Now, I know a lot of people are cheering this guy on. In fact, it's insane. And we're going to circle back to this conversation in a little bit, because it's absolutely insane what people are doing right now that I still cannot believe. I feel like I got to bring his face back up. Okay. I feel like he's a modern day Joker. Yeah, I said it. I really do think that he is becoming the modern day Joker. And I'm going to explain that even more in just a little bit. But still, nonetheless, this is very, very shocking information in my personal opinion. But first, before we get into everything, one more time, I want to show you this photo. And he's looking straight into the camera. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, it's me. I just did what I did. And are you guys going to get me? I don't think so. Come and catch me if you can. That's what it feels like a little bit. Because why would he make, you know what I'm saying? It's like the, hi, you see me because I see you, camera. Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, you think you can get me? Mm-hmm. I'd like to see you try. Deuces. That's kind of what he's doing right there, don't you think? Just a little bit. Kind of. Or is it just me? I sees you because you sees me. Mm-hmm. You know? Have mercy. Okay, moving on. Still, no matter what, I don't condone what he did. No one should. In fact, I think it's really sad because you know what? If he gets away with this, he could go off and do more. That was somebody's father. That was somebody's brother. That was somebody's son. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. There's other ways to get your point across. Maybe it wouldn't make such a worldly reaction like it is right now, but it would definitely leave that person still alive on this planet. I still believe in thou shalt not, number one on the 10 commandments. I mean, I feel like that's number one on any commandment. I mean, it doesn't even need to be on the 10 commandments. I just feel like that's just a rule in modern, regular, everyday life. You just don't unalive somebody unless you're being attacked. Okay. Unless you have to defend yourself or something like that. Okay. Self-defense. I get it. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the internet, guys. Just roll with it. Okay. Yeah, and then that's the other thing too. And we talked about this yesterday, how they're saying that the media, is reporting that internet sleuths are not willing to cover this. They're not willing to go and try to find out who this guy is. Some people who are really good at tracing people down are not willing to cover this. I really don't know. I don't know why that's what's going on. Okay. I really don't know why that, a lot of people are praising this guy. And I don't think that is a healthy approach to this at all. I feel like when it comes to this kind of thing, there should be an unbiased approach to receiving or getting justice. This person went in the middle of the street and took a man's life. You realize that this also could inspire other people to do the same damn thing? Think about that too. This is somebody who is willing to do this in the middle of the street. This can also embolden so many other people too. Oh, well, if he did it, I could do it too. And next thing you know, you get copycats all over the place doing the same doggone thing. In fact, I don't have the article, but in fact, I'm now hearing that other companies are taking down their CEOs' names off of websites, etc., because they don't want the same thing to happen to their CEOs because people are scared. But I also want to remind you, it doesn't matter. The internet be interneting, and there's going to be people out here that are going to try everything they can. They're going to try everything they can to try to find out who a CEO of a specific company is. It takes 2 seconds to do that. Doesn't matter if you take it off of a website. They could still, by any means necessary. If there's a will, there's most definitely a way, right? Now, hold on real quick. Yeah, that's really odd. Okay, you know what, guys? What I'm going to do is, because this is bad. Internet is not so good. So give me a few seconds. This feed is still going to be running. I'm just going to restart and come back. Okay? I'll be right back, guys. I am so sorry, but the internet is just acting a fool. Okay? Give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I had to restart everything, so give me a second to get a few things back up and running because I had everything up and now everything is gone. You know how it is. But again, What I think is very interesting is how the internet has been reacting to this situation. I think it's been a very, very sad situation. Um, I don't think this is a great representation of humanity, in my personal opinion. I don't think it's a great representation of who we are and how we roll here as humans. But it's very, 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 very interesting. And hold on. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm pulling everything back up while still trying to talk to you guys at the same damn time. It's not that easy. So pulling up everything because I had so many things up. Damn, I hate when that happens, man. Don't you hate when that happens? And you got to start all over again. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of searching while we talk today. Hopefully you guys are patient with me. I appreciate you guys for being here and spending the time with me. If you guys can do me a favor, hit that like button down below. That would be really amazing. Of course, as always. And of course, excuse me. That's not the one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're watching the show. Sorry for the weird internet situation. And what's up, Court TV? Hello. We missed you. How you doing? How you doing? But here's the thing. Now that I'm kind of back to where I was, and I'm going to be rocking and rolling. You guys are just going to have to ride with me, okay? As I was saying earlier, this was the first initial photo that we had. One thing that's very interesting to me is that they say that they know this guy. They say that they know this guy. They know his name. They have not put out his name at all. And I'm wanting to know why. Why haven't they said his name? Some are saying, oh, because as soon as they find out, wow, that is heavy. That is heavy, Court TV. Damn. Oh, wow. But I appreciate that. Seriously, guys. But yeah. They said it, not me. Okay. But like the video. Please. But why wouldn't they say the guy's name? Their reason is they didn't want to let everybody know his name because they don't want him to know that they're hot on his trail. But by saying that they know his name, don't you think that he would think that already? Wouldn't you think? Wouldn't they? Yeah, I think they would. I don't know about you, but if I was them, I'd be like, yo, oh, they know my name? Shoot, time to kick rocks. We're going to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. I'm out. But like I said, and I'm going to repeat this again or show you guys again. This is the photo, one of the recent photos. Like I said, he's like, hi, how you doing? I sees you, you sees me. Mm-hmm. Come get me. Mm-hmm. Right? Eyebrows. Be eyebrowing. Just so you know. Now, I showed you guys this other one. And I mean, he could be Jewish. He could be Iranian. He could be, I mean, you know, he could still be light-skinned. I will say that. Okay? He may not be American, but at the same time, why would a non-American individual take out someone who's involved in the healthcare industry, the health insurance industry, that only deals with our country? You see what I'm saying? Why would they do what they did if they were somebody from another country? Unless, of course, they were paid to fly in, do this job, and then fly back out. That's still possible, too. But this guy took a bus, dude. This guy took a bus. Let's not forget that. Hello. They took a bus. They took a bus. They took a bus. Let's not forget that. There's no way he could jump onto a plane right now and fly anywhere, especially if they have his name. Remember that. If they really have his name, and this is a man, it's a man, baby. They have his name. I already know there's been stories about that people are sitting here going, oh, he's trans and he was feeling some type of way about the healthcare industry with, with trans rights, et cetera, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, my dear God, no, it's a male from what we know. This man is male. And until we hear anything otherwise, he does not give me vibes of any, it does not give me any vibes of that at all. It does not. But like I said, some people try to move the goalposts as much as soon as this thing happened, people are like, oh, yeah, damn migrants, Venezuelans. And then you saw his face, and then it's like, maybe not Venezuelan, but maybe he's trans. Yeah, trans. That's what it is. He's trans. It's like, oh, my God, guys. Stop. Just stop. Let it be what it is. The other thing, too, is some people are saying, yeah, I heard that the prosthetic mask on his, like, what prosthetic mask? Aside from the mask, like the mask that he's literally wearing on his face. I'm just saying, there's a lot of moving the goalposts. And it's like, let's just see let's look at it for what it is right now at face value. See what I did there? At face value. Okay. At eyebrows value. Why not? I'll applaud myself for that one too. But still, you can see for yourself what we've seen so far. And this photo itself alone, and the other one that I actually took down that I said, I don't need that one. And now I realize that I do, is this one as well. You're telling me this is a prosthetic mask? That this is a fake face? Hold on. You can't smile with a mask like that. If this was like something that was glued onto his face and whatnot. People would be able to see that a mile away. Probably look at him weird, but come on. And then somebody said posture of a woman. What is the posture of a woman? Let me zoom this back out. He's leaning like this. He's leaning on the thing. And he's smiling. That's a posture of a woman? It's a man, baby. It's a man. But I'll let you guys, have your theories out here. Okay, because I want to say this too. Before we go into the information about the contents found in the book bag and all of that, I want to share with you guys some crazy stuff that I never thought this would ever happen in the history of history.
There's like city bikes.
Yes, right here. There have been look-alike contests going on. Yeah, look-alike contests. And guess what? All the look-alikes from what we've seen so far, some of them are just trash, but they're all mans. Yes. So let's take a look at this, shall we? Let's take a look. My camera's tripping now too. What the heck is going on? I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. But let's take a look at this. And they're all men from what I've seen. But let's take a look. Madness.
Yeah. Something like that. That's a little tricky to do, from what I hear.
Claro. No, I'm not really nervous. I need the money. I have medications for prescriptions to take care of.
Really high deductibles.
Can I just say something really quick? Did I just say, before I had it cut out because the internet was acting weird, excuse me, did I not say that this guy, it's like this guy is the modern day or the real life Joker? That now you got people buying his jackets, looking online and seeing that jacket, and it 6,000 people were looking at it at one time, where there was hundreds of that exact jacket that he was wearing that was bought in one day. There's a lookalike contest going on in Washington Square Park in New York City, right? Like in this video, a dude shows up dressed up like this guy to hopefully win some cash money in this lookalike contest. What the hell is going on in this world? What the hell is going on?
They just won't cover my stuff.
So, what insurance do you have?
Oh, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, different CEO.
So now he's sitting there. Like, I get it. Health insurance sucks. All right. I think we can all agree on that. Health insurance sucks a mean one. We can all agree on that. But man, this is how we going to get it done? This is how we going to do it? Real talk? There's more. There's more. This is ridiculous, y'all. This is just ridiculous.
Well, we're all good. Yeah, we're I know what we got ourselves into. Say hello.
First off, let me just say something really quick, okay? I'm just gonna keep it a bean. I'm sorry. With all due respect, who you think will win out of these four? Don't worry, I'll let you. I'll wait. Just, do your thing. Think about it for a second. Who do you think gonna win in the lookalike contest? You got. Some other lovers just showed up. They didn't even have the stuff. Dude just showed up in a hoodie, just hoping with a whim and a prayer. You got homeboy over here with a I don't know, like a black North Face a jacket on with biker glove. Dude got biker gloves on, man. Leather. So he's like channeling a little bit of Andrew Dice Clay, and he's skiing at the same time, but he looks nothing like the dude at all. Okay. And then you got another guy rocking some faux fur. Who out of the four you think gonna win? I'm just saying, go ahead. I'm just gonna. I'll just wait. Just soak it in. Soak it in, guys. Who gonna win? This is the best they got. This was the best they got. Some of these dudes just rolled out of bed looking like this and said, it'll work. I'll win. What's going on with our world? What's going on with our world, y'all? This is insane. Dude got biker gloves on. Look at that. Look at that. Hickory dickory dock. Like, what's going on with this Andrew Dice Clay biker gloves thing going on? Okay, I'm done. Just roll the clip. Stupid.
I just have a fucking green jacket.
Come on, get in there. Yeah! Yeah!
I just wear a green
Steal his look. Like I said, I already had it.
Okay. Could you stand like right there? Because there's people behind you. Oh.
There is one where this guy is getting interviewed. I'm trying. There it is.
Well, I haven't got paid yet, but that's okay. I told them I'd give half to Palestinian relief if I got anything. Now I'm worried they'll give me $2 and $1 go to Palestinian relief. But I feel good. I mean, you know, I'm glad people. I'm glad people do not feel great about the current state of things and are willing to openly express that.
By muerte? Openly expressing their unhappiness, their disdain for how the world is working by taking the life of somebody? See, that's the problem. It's being celebrated, y'all. We should not be condoning this. This could be any of us walking down the street, innocently walking down the street. Doesn't matter if it's insider trading. Doesn't matter if they're robbing us blind, hand over, what was it? What's that phrase? Just robbing us blind. All right? It doesn't matter. This is not how you get things done. I said this before. It doesn't change anything. What's going to happen is they're going to sit there. They're going to, the people of the companies, they're going to sit there. They're going to mourn his passing. And then 2 weeks later, there's going to be a new CEO appointed. He's going to look a lot like this dude, if not the same looking dude doing this doggone job. Nothing's going to change. So everybody could be out here in these streets having their fun and just, tap dancing around saying, ding dong, the witch is dead. But really, are you sure the witch is really dead? Like, you need to take out Oz. You haven't even, that's not even the tip of the iceberg, baby. That's like a little fleck of snow on the iceberg. Like, real talk, man. I know that's like 15 million different metaphors in one sentence, but you know what I'm saying. There's so much more to this. And for them to do some sort of lookalike is an absolute travesty. Like I said, shameful.
Have you ever won anything in your life?
Huh?
Have you ever won a contest?
Oh, geez. No. This is the first time. And as she said, this is the first annual lookalike competition. So next year, hopefully there will be a few more contestants.
So now it's going to be an annual thing. Celebrating the demise of this CEO. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I get it. But this is odd. This is odd.
Let's see what happens.
Did you get a call from NYTV?
Boy, I hope not. I'll just turn my ringer off. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I work for the unions.
Can we get your name?
Somebody has my name.
Can I get it then?
I don't know. I don't know if it's such a good idea.
It was a bad idea for you to show up to this lookalike contest and put your face on a mother-loving camera. You should have thought about that, mother lover, before you did this. Your face is all up in this video. My brother.
Pretty bold, you guys.
I just heard there was a cash prize, and
Living in New York, money's a little cheap, so.
Why does this dude look like Shane Dawson? I don't know why that automatically make me think of a YouTuber Shane Dawson, but that dude looks like Shane Dawson. Sorry. If you don't know who I'm talking about, look him up. But anyway.
Who's trying to win a cash prize here?
How much was it?
Quarters, they don't have.
What's up?
How much was it? $50?
It wasn't advertised.
Who do you think organized this?
The FBI. Yeah. The American intelligence community. Yeah.
If there's any chance the real one was here?
You tell me.
He kind of looks like him.
I think you guys look the most like him.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Not you.
Thank you, sir. I look the most like him. Thank you. Yeah, there's some other people out here that are sitting there going, oh my God, he's so gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is messed up. This is truly, truly messed up. Sorry, y'all. It's so even rewatching that, because I've already seen that a couple times. Even rewatching it, I still have that guttural reaction of just absolute disgust. I'm sorry. I think it's disgusting. I think it's absolutely disgusting. That it is. It's kind of like it's tone deaf. It's kind of, hey man, read the room. Can you do us a solid and just read the mother loving room for a second? Because that stuff is wrong. And then all those people showed up for the thing. And while they're doing that, they're going, oh, yeah, it was probably the intelligence, blah, 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 the government doing this whole thing. So then why do the contest then? Why even show up for the doggone thing? It's just not right. It's just not right. But moving on. Had some other things here. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I had some things up and then, they had to get taken down and whatnot because I had to reboot everything. But I want to share this. Let's look at this.
We continue to follow a major story that has gripped the nation. I wanted to share this post from the New York Police Department sharing new photos of a person of interest wanted in questioning surrounding the homicide that happened in Midtown Manhattan on December 4th. The gunman who killed the CEO of the largest U.S. health insurer likely left New York City on a bus soon after the ambush that really has shaken corporate America. So this is a new photo of the person of interest that they're hoping to question. They issued that just a short time ago, so I did want to share that with you. Meanwhile, this is some surveillance photos of that person of interest as police are still searching for the suspect. This is 5 days after the shooting of UnitedHealthCare CEO Brian Thompson. Police still not knowing the gunman's name or whereabouts or neither motive for the killing. That's according to the chief of detectives, Joseph Kenny, telling reporters earlier. Investigators were looking at whether the shooter may have possibly been a disgruntled employee or client of the insurer.
Now, one thing I want to say is that if this is entirely true, that he was a disgruntled employee, something of that sort, if they have his name, then they already know this stuff. So that question should already be answered by now, right? If they know his name, yet they have not told the public his name yet, which I think is absolutely trash. I think that's trash too, because it's unfortunate. There's a lot of people, a lot of lives that are at risk. You got to remember, there still are other health insurance companies that have CEOs. There are still other companies that are considered corrupt or that have a polarizing reaction from the country, that have CEOs, that have leaders leading those particular companies and whatnot. The last thing they need to not know, the first thing they need to know, is what this man's name is and where he's at. Wouldn't it be nice to know if the guy's name is something and he lives in, he lives in Idaho or something like that, and he's on his way back to Idaho? Wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you want to know that this guy who just successfully just took out a CEO, wouldn't you want to know that, okay, he's on his way back. They're going to zero in and find him. But he lives in my area, so I'm going to keep my head on a swivel. Maybe I'll have some security just to make sure I stay safe. But by them not telling us the name, I get it. They don't want the assailant to know and all that. It still, to me, feels like they don't have his name exactly. Like they have not confirmed it for sure. Because you know for a fact, let's keep it real. You know for a fact, if they knew his name, you don't think NYPD would be blasting his face and his name all over the internet and all over the news right now? We know his name, everybody. We know his name. Look at us. We did a good job. We know his name. His name is such and such, and he's from this area and this and this. We now know he's on his way to this area. Everybody keep your heads on a swivel. He's in this area, but we are going to try to detain him as soon as he reaches to his final destination, wherever it may be. I really don't think that they know his name exactly. Again, you don't think Eric Adams would be blasting his name right now, going, look at what good we did. Yes. We did good. See this big old fish that we caught? We got the name. Now it's about tracking him down. They do that all the time. They do that all the time. So there's something about this that just seems a little bit weird, right? Do they really know his name? Or are they still stumped? Are they still lost? Something to think about. Now, before we continue on with this, one of the main things I do want to share and talk to you guys about is this. Okay. Now, you remember the book bag, right? The book bag that was found in Central Park. It was ditched in Central Park. Everyone was wanting to know, what's in the bag? What's in the box, right? Well, we found out what's in the box. Or in the bag, I'm sorry. Monopoly money. Monopoly money was found in the bag. And a jacket. But Monopoly money. Ultimate troll? You think? Let's take a look at this. Police find Monopoly money jacket in backpack believed to belong to this particular assailant. They had to throw this in here. He also may need a get out of jail free card. But moving on, police discovered Monopoly money in the backpack they believe belonged to the masked assailant who took down Brian Thompson in Midtown. Okay. Now, the colorful play money was found by NYPD detectives inside of a gray backpack hidden in the brush in Central Park on Friday. That may be the one that this monster ditched after this tragedy. Now, again, yeah, he dropped it off because he knew he was going to leave it behind. Monopoly money, to me, that says a lot. That's a lot. That's a message. That's a message. Because some people will sit there and say that UnitedHealthCare is a monopoly money. Then also at the same time, it's a catch me if you can. It's a little joke. It's a little jab at 5-0. Like I said, what did I say before? Hi, I sees you sees me. You think you could catch me? I'd like to see you. I'd like to see if you can. Happy hunting. That's literally what he's doing right now. But one thing is for sure. He left behind the jacket. He left behind the bag. You know for a fact he touched that bag. There may be some DNA left on that bag, but let's not forget the jacket. If he was wearing that jacket that everyone's trying to buy right now, and he stuffed that into that bag here, that was on his body. So there may be traces. There's a trove of DNA being left behind. So I'm hopeful that they're able to scrub through this stuff and find something, right? The backpack, similar to the one that this monster wore in the caught on camera unaliving, was recovered south of the carousel near Heckscher Playground. In addition to the board game cache, a jacket was found inside. So if it was on his body, there is a possibility that there is DNA there. But there are some people that are thinking different. There are some people that say that it doesn't matter. The DNA may not help find this monster. Let's take a look at this.
Don't want to release that now. If you do, you're basically giving a tip to the person we're seeking, and we do not want to give him an.
Hold on, let me roll that back because there's two things in one video here. First off, he's explaining why he's not letting out the true name of this assailant. I think that's ridiculous, in my personal opinion. I think we should know. I think also other CEOs of major companies, etc., they all need to know as well. I really do think that they need to know, but they're not putting it out in the public. And this is Eric Adams explaining why. Take a listen.
Don't want to release that now. If you do, you're basically giving a tip to the person we're seeking, and we do not want to give him an upper hand at all. Let him continue to believe he can hide behind a mask. We're going to, just as we revealed his face, we're going to reveal who he is, and we're going to bring him to justice.
The investigation already includes a significant amount of physical evidence. The bullet casings with the words deny, defend, depose inscribed, leading to speculation the motive is linked to the insurance industry. Late Friday, an extensive drone and foot search of Central Park located another key piece of evidence, the distinctive gray backpack worn by the killer as he executed UnitedHealthCare CEO Brian Thompson. The backpack is now at a crime lab for forensic testing, and police have not revealed what was inside, in particular, whether the murder weapon was inside, but the item which made the bag appear full was reportedly the hooded jacket worn by the killer. Meantime, with the reward now at $60,000, hundreds of tips are coming in about the suspect as police continue to search Central Park and pour through hundreds of hours of surveillance.
The manner in which they were able to follow his footsteps to recover evidence. Some of it is known, some of it is unknown, but the net is tightening, and we're going to bring this person to justice.
Now, this bus terminal accommodates multiple lines, including Greyhound, and we have learned that all Greyhound buses are equipped with cameras. So it's likely investigators know where the suspect was headed, as Mayor Adams alluded to. Police and the FBI may be closing in.
Okay. My only issue with this, great that they know that they could possibly know where he's headed. Why aren't you telling the public? Why aren't you telling the public that at least? He's on his way to Connecticut. He's on his way to Houston, Texas. He's on his way to LA, wherever he may be going. Why wouldn't you let people know? Yep, he's on a bus. He's headed this way. This is a monster. This is a monster that just did something in broad daylight. You don't think he could do this again? Also, you want to, I don't know. This is the other question I'm wondering about too. And no, that's not Maury Povich's wife. No, Connie Chung is Maury Povich's wife, just so you know. But also a journalist, veteran journalist as well. But moving on. Did he ditch the weapon? Or does he still have the weapon in his possession? Because if he does, that's a big problem too. That's a huge problem. Again, this is somebody who is potentially armed and very, very dangerous. He just did this to the CEO. He could be going on to the next place to go and knock out another potential CEO of another potential big, huge company. He could be anywhere. And this is the kind of thing that we should not be sitting here worried about this. They should be like, hey, we saw footage of him. And, and I understand they only get maybe the news only gets the information when the feds, when the investigators actually get the footage. Maybe they haven't come across that footage of finding him on a bus yet. That's possible too. But if they do have that and they do possess that footage, that should have been out already. Because again, he could still have that weapon in his possession, and he could still be running out here, running and gunning, looking for his next target. That's possible. It's very possible. And if this has anything to do with that book, then, which by the way, it's sold out now. The book is sold out. Then, or at least it's sold out on Amazon. Then anything is possible. Because this could, like I said, could start an upheaval, could start an uprising, could start to embolden some other copycats out here as well. Like I said before, could this be a real life Joker? Something to think about. Let's continue on. But the fact that they may have footage and they have not told the public about that, that is truly messed up. And Pierrette, I will explain the book here in just a minute.
Natasha? Yeah, we shall see. Nancy Liu in New York City tonight. Thank you. And let's bring in News Nation national security contributor, former FBI special agent and CIA officer Tracy Walder. Tracy, always good to see you. Thanks for making the time.
Thank you for having me, Natasha.
So we're looking at these details. Authorities now have the burner phone, the water bottle he may have dropped. They are testing for DNA on that backpack. What is standing out to you at this point in the investigation in the manhunt?
So I know people may come for me for this, but I'm actually not convinced that the backpack will yield a whole lot as well as DNA. Part of the issue with that is once they have the DNA, it actually becomes very time consuming to process for a couple reasons. The first issue is that the state of New York, unless you have actually been convicted of a crime, your DNA is not going to be in the system. So
by the way, I just want to let you know, I'm a freaking genius, okay? Because I've been saying that since day one. Sure, there's a trove of DNA. I'm sure they're going to have it. But if he's not committed any crimes at all, the DNA means nothing until they actually catch the guy. So that means he would have to live a lawless life. He would have to live a lawful life, full on, not breaking any rules, not breaking any laws, not getting arrested or anything for the rest of his life, flying under the radar. If he ever wants to not get caught and connected to the unaliving of this CEO. So if he's not in the system already, fingerprints aren't in the system already, etc., it doesn't matter. He's a ghost. He could potentially be a ghost. Imagine that. Imagine that. Let's continue on. So she's right. They can get all the DNA all day long. They'll be like, yeah, we found out that he's a male. And he's a male. And we know his race. Okay, great. What's his freaking name? We don't know that, ma'am. He's not in the system. Because he didn't break any laws. You see what I'm saying? So there's potential of that. Unless he is somebody who has been arrested a couple times They find his fingerprint. They're able to do a cross reference and match that thing. And they'll be able to find him and be like, oh, that be him. And so on. But right now, nada.
That is going to be problematic. They can start doing familiar genealogical DNA, which is how they found Brian Koberger, but that process can take, 3 weeks to a month as well. And so I'm actually not convinced that DNA is how they are going to catch this individual. I think it's going to be through the video canvassing as well as possibly his phone.
Yeah, it looks like police have deployed a dive team in the fountains in Central Park. What would they be searching for?
I believe if they've deployed a dive team, they're most likely looking for the murder weapon. That would be the most likely place that he would have really tossed that aside, typically because obviously water is difficult to find things in, and it would wipe off any fingerprints. If you noticed in the video that they have of him killing Mr. Thompson, he does not have gloves on. And so this is an individual that, in my opinion, knew he was going to be able to throw away that weapon and not have fingerprints on it.
Let's talk about the level of expertise.
Hold on. Let me make sure I got that correct. So what we have right now, backpack, burner phone, casings, water bottle. Of course, the wrappers of the power bars that he was eating as well. Let's not forget that. But I'm rolling it back just a little bit.
Would be the most likely place that he would have really tossed that aside, typically because obviously water is difficult to find things in, and it would wipe off any fingerprints. If you noticed in the video that they have of him killing Mr. Thompson, he does not have gloves on. And so this is an individual that, in my opinion, knew he was going to be able to throw away that weapon and not have fingerprints on it.
But that's the thing. Did he indeed? I feel like I'm missing something here. Did he indeed throw away the weapon? Did he? Sorry, guys. I'm just rolling that back because I have not heard anyone say anything about them finding the actual weapon. To me, it could still be on his person.
I think it's going to be through the video canvassing as well as possibly his phone.
Yeah, it looks like police have deployed a dive team in the fountains in Central Park. What would they be searching for?
Okay, assuming.
I believe if they've deployed a dive team, they are most likely looking for the murder weapon. That would be the most likely place that he would have really tossed that aside, typically because obviously water is difficult to find things in, and it would wipe off any fingerprints. If you noticed in the video that they have of him killing Mr. Thompson, he does not have
Sorry
gloves
for running this again, but I had to make sure I needed that clarity in my head.
on. And so this is an individual that, in my opinion, knew he was going to be able to throw away that weapon and not have fingerprints on it.
Let's talk about the level of expertise and planning here. I mean, according to Thompson's wife, the CEO had been getting threats. Does this look like a professional hit job to you, or an amateur with a grudge?
Amateur.
I think both, Natasha. I'm sorry to sound ambiguous about that. I think the first thing is, a lot of people were talking about how this individual was some kind of highly trained assassin and this is what this person did for a living. I don't think that. I think if that was the case, this individual would have hit Mr. Thompson initially. He really wasn't that far from center of mass and he missed that first shot. And
Thank you. I agree. He's not a pro.
That tells me that this is someone that has clearly trained with a weapon, but is not some kind of highly trained assassin. However, to write that on the bullet casings, to be in New York City 10 days before Mr. Thompson was there, to know what hotel he was going to be at, this really did take a high level of planning.
Okay. This could be his first. Look, hear me out. This could be his first assignment. His first actual job. So he could be first timer, first job, pro job. That's possible. But at the same time, it was sloppy. It was sloppy. So it could be two things could be true at the same time. His first time, his first real paid gig, nerves of not wanting to mess it up. He messes it up because it wasn't perfect. It was still done. He's still nowhere to be found. It's been days now. But it's possible. But I don't think so. I don't think this is a paid out job. I think he did this on his own. He wanted to do this. He planned this whole thing out. He did what he did. Maybe he had help, but I don't think it was like an agency. All right. All of them have British accents. And they're like, okay, you know, we need you here, right here in front of this hotel at this time and early in the morning in New York City. Are you ready for this? Are you sure? Yes, ma'am, I am. Like, are you sure? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think this was amateur job, first time ever, probably practiced, went to a gun range type thing. But when it came to D-Day, when it came to the moment, he flinched. He got scared. And then all that went down. But that's just me.
What do you think the motive may have been here?
My gut says it has to do with insurance. So it has to do with a lack of coverage, a lack of providing being done by the insurance company. Maybe someone close to this individual was denied services and was denied life-saving coverage. Maybe this individual was, I don't know. But I do think that it had to do with denial of coverage.
Tracy Walder, appreciate.
So they think that it's something that has to do with somebody not getting the coverage that they needed to, obviously, they were denied coverage and therefore it got them mad, disgruntled, and then they go and they exact this thing. I don't know. Like I said, it could very well be that. I feel like that's kind of where I'm leaning towards more than anything else. But real quick, I do want to share this too. Some of you guys are asking about this, and which is interesting because now it is a bestseller, which is also very interesting. But this is the book. All right. It is called Delay, Deny, Defend. So on the bullets that were found at the crime scene, it was, if I'm correct, you know what? Let me get the right. Let me get the right phrase. I think it was, hold on. Yep. It was defend, deny, depose that he wrote on individual casings that were found at this crime scene. So he left a message. So that part definitely is calculated. Now, people are assuming that he was referencing this particular book, which is this book right here, written by Jay Feynman, Delay, Deny, Defend, Why Insurance Companies Don't Pay Claims and What You Can Do About It. So basically, this whole book is basically breaking down how the how the insurance companies gobble up all your money and screw you over type thing. All right. So why insurance companies don't pay claims and what you can do about it. An expose of insurance injustice and a plan for consumers and lawmakers to fight back. And of course, now there's a Kindle version of it. All right. Because it has been sold out. At least that's what the author was saying on their Twitter. Okay. So the denial of valid insurance claims is not occasional or accidental or the fault of a few bad employees. It's the result of an increasing and systematic focus on maximizing profits by major companies such as Allstate and State Farm. Are you in good hands? Citing dozens of stories of victims who were unfairly denied payment, the book explains how people can be more careful when shopping for policies and what to do when pursuing a disputed claim. It also lays out a plan for the legal reforms needed to prevent future abuses. So this whole thing This whole book is basically saying, hey, they trying to screw you over. Here's how you can get around this situation. He also had another, Jay Feynman also had another, a big best-selling book back in the day too. And it was, it's basically called Law 101. And it's basically a breakdown of law. That was like his first book. And now this book that came out in 2010, if I'm correct, if my memory serves me correctly, he breaks down health insurance and how it sucks. Now, is this guy talking? Is this particular assailant referencing the book? Maybe. But why would you get the title wrong? Why would you get the title wrong? So I don't know. Maybe this has something to do with that. There's something to do with the book or not. I don't know. But now the book is a #1 bestseller. It's shot right up through the roof because everybody's wanting to get their hands on the book, especially after what just happened. So it does make you wonder. Does make you wonder. Now, again, we already saw what depose means, but I will look up depose one more time for everyone. It's to remove from office suddenly and forcefully. Depose. So, again, his whole phrase was defend, deny, depose. The book is delay, deny, defend. So he may have been writing, using a cross reference to the book and took some poetic liberties, some creative liberties himself. But at the same time, this book now is getting a lot of interest and a lot of people are looking into it. People are trying to reach out to the actual author as well. The author's not messing with it. He's sitting there saying like, no comment. But he also is, from my understanding, still saying, hey, well, the book is available if you want it. It's out of stock right now, but it's still available on Kindle. So he's still in here, or the book is still out there and people are still talking about it. Okay. But let's see. Oh yeah, he definitely removed Brian Thompson. Oh, he definitely did. Okay, he definitely deposed the man. Okay, that's what he did. Okay, now, like I said, I've never read the book. But from what I understand, it's a close reference to the book, which is very, very interesting, as I've said before. It is some wild stuff, y'all. The lookalike contests, the fact that there was monopoly money in the bag, the book bag he left behind, the backpack that he left behind. There's some seriously wild stuff that's going on, y'all. And still can't believe it. Still can't believe it. Let's see here. Just checking one more thing, guys. And I still, like I said, I'm going to still say this over and over and over again. I still don't agree with them not willing to give us the name. And I hope that they end up exposing the name here soon, because I do think that's absolutely ridiculous that they're not willing to give out the name or at least his face or anything like that. Because here's the thing also, people are going crazy out here in these streets talking about throwing out their own narrative. And it gives people time, certain groups, etc., to make up whatever they want to make up. before we found out or saw a photo of his face, people were quick to go and try to make it seem like it's one thing when it wasn't. But as soon as we saw his face, of course, like I said earlier, people are quick to spin it around and go, oh, no, he's trans. And it's like, we don't know that. We don't. So why turn it into that? And I've noticed that every single time there's been a lot of times that there's been an active tragedy, an active, assailant at these, at these large gatherings at schools, etc. It'll always be something of that sort. Oh, he's trans. And it's like, you don't know that. So why say that? It's ridiculous. We have a face and that's all we got. He does look like he's Caucasian, but he may not be Caucasian. He may be from overseas. But then in my mind, I go, why would somebody from overseas do this thing? That part doesn't make sense to me at all. Unless they were paid to do the job. Then also at the same time, that person would have to disappear in America. They would have to vanish somewhere in America. Because it's not like they're going to be able to hop onto a plane and fly out. His face is out there. Too many people are going to be watching. It's going to be very difficult for anybody to escape in that way. Let me grab these super chats here really quick. General Scott, thank you so much for gifting one membership. Whoever just got that, all I ask, he just gave you some positivity. Pay it forward, okay? Pay it forward with some positivity. Open the door for somebody. Do something nice for somebody. General Scott, thank you so much for giving them some positive love by gifting them a membership. Caprice sent you the lookalike content. Oh, well, I already went through that, but thank you so much for sending it to me anyway, because I know that was something I'm sure everybody's talking about right now. I was shook when I saw that online. I was like, wow, really? We're celebrating this guy? We're celebrating this guy? Anyway, Whitney Woods, thank you so much. Hey, Pascal, best out here doing it, and I love you. Oh, thank you so much. I love you too. Thank you so much for your support. In my honest opinion, or in my opinion, they said they know who he is to get him to slip up and make a mistake. Maybe just my opinion. Ooh, that's possible. That's possible. But he has been slipping up a little bit if you really think about it. All these things that he has been doing, not all of it has been perfect. Sure, the monopoly money in the book bag is definitely a good middle finger, and it's like, you think you thwarted me, but you didn't kind of thing. But he still is leaving things behind. So he's going to slip up again. He's definitely going to do something really dumb here, regardless that they say, we know his name. Like, I don't think that they needed to do that. I think he's going to do something really, really dumb. He's going to slip up and he's going to do something on his own because you can't be perfect. As we've heard and said a million times before, there's no such thing as a perfect crime. And for what he has done, he can't hide out forever. That would be impossible. There's no way he'd be able to do this and get away with it. I'm just saying that. There's just no way. And he goes off. And this is in a new episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Dun, 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 dun. They're sitting there going, oh, yeah, Brian Thompson, CEO of UnitedHealthCare. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see it. I don't see this becoming an unsolved mystery. I see this getting wrapped up very, very soon, personally, because he's going to slip up. I really do think he's going to. Jenny, thank you so much. Love. His eyebrows aren't as they seem. Zoom in. He's contoured them heavily with pencil and highlighter that's been applied to make him appear that he's got heavier eyebrows. Oh, look at you. Are you an esthetician or something? You're like, oh, yes, he used the pencils and the highlighter because it looks like he's got like tattooing in his eyebrows. Look at this. Don't it look like it a little bit? Okay, so let's read her comment one more again. And thank you so much for the comment. His eyebrows aren't as they seem. That's so funny. His eyebrows are not what they seem. Little did we know, his eyebrows were contoured, heavy with pencil and highlighter. Interesting. That's been applied to make it appear like he's got heavier eyebrows. Like I said, it looked like his eyebrows are very nicely, like, shaped and coiffed. I know some people are sitting there going, "Oh, his eyebrows are prosthetics. He just put them on his face." No, that's his face, y'all. That's his face. And I really do think that he used to have a unibrow, and he gets that taken care of. Either he does it himself, or he goes and he gets it professionally done. Threading, wax, whatever you guys just said earlier in the show. Anything's possible. And all you estheticians out here, I'm sure if you look at the eyebrows, you're like, "Oh, snap, they got arches and everything." Yes. So I'm just saying, something about this seems a bit interesting. Does that mean anything? Is he a metrosexual? Maybe. Or he's something else. I don't know. King Bob, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. He's the next DB Cooper. Ooh, uh-oh. And Mimi, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, those are some eyebrows. This is Brian Koberger eyebrows. So Brooklyn just said he's got a hookah right now. He's chilling. You know what? You never know. He could be hiding out in an alleyway right now. God only knows. Okay? God only knows. But he got some, those are some eyebrows. Those are distinctive eyebrows. But let me show you guys his face one more again. What's his name? Hold on. Because some people were like, this guy kind of looks like this guy. Hold on. What's his name? Host of, and he kind of does look like this guy. He kind of does. Hold on. Just a little bit. Come on. Computer acting a fool. Just pulling this up. Kind of looks like this guy. He's like the host of he's the host of Catfish, the creator and host of Catfish. And a lot of people are sitting there going like, he looks a lot like this guy. I know some people are like, it looks like Jake Gyllenhaal, but he does have that vibe. Just a little bit. I'm not saying it's him. Trust me, I'm not saying that it's him, but he does kind of look a little bit like this guy. Big toothy smile, etc. Not saying that it's the guy, but it is something interesting, right? YouTube don't accept my other one. Oh, okay. Well, Mimi, thank you so much for sending the thing again. Thank you so much for being a member for the past 27 months. Wow. Over 2 years. Thank you so much. GoFundMe for the holiday show. Yeah, go check it out. The GoFundMe link is in the pinned to the top of the chat. Should still be pinned to the top of the chat. And of course, the link is down in the description box down below as well. But some people are saying that it looks a lot like this guy too. But, like I said, to me, he looks American. He looks like an American man, not Venezuelan. I will say that. He definitely looks more Caucasian to me. Prominent eyebrows, heavy eyebrows. prominent nose, with all due respect, and a big toothy grin, a big toothy smile. But to me, he still looks like he's Caucasian. Now, he could very well be Caucasian. He could be from Israel. He could be anything's possible, right? But he is definitely light-skinned. Let's just say that. Fair complected. How's that? And of course, yeah, there's a possibility of him being Middle Eastern. I could see that too. No tacos, no life. That's possible as well. What the heck? Okay. But yeah. Yeah, there's it could be olive complexion. Because like there's a photo that that has been sent around, like AI generated his face, and I was like, that is not him at all. Like they darkened his skin even more. They made him look like he was more Indian than he was more on the fair complected side. And I was sitting there going, nah, that's not him. That is definitely not him. Don't believe that hype, because that's not the man. All right. So in my personal opinion, I think that what we saw, and I think I still have these up, I mean, we're seeing broad daylight photos of this guy. Look, to me, he may have a little bit of a tan to him, but I wouldn't say it's anything definitive to say, oh, his race is most definitely this, at least for right now. But there's some ones out there that are like darkening his skin almost close to mine. And I'm like, yo, that is just, no, it is not. It is not that guy. Okay. Like this is broad daylight. He's not like a darker complected person from India or something of that sort. And I've seen some renderings of that, and I'm like, that rendering is wrong. That rendering is wrong. He's very pale complected. He's very fair complected. So just something to think about, okay? But I'm going to keep an eye on all this, all right? I'm going to keep an eye on all this as this continues to transpire, as this continues to grow. Again, let's not forget, these are the last few photos that have been seen of him as of late. Hi, how you doing? This is him here too, either getting out or maybe getting into the car. I don't know what it is, but this is still from the cab. And of course, this is him at the hostel. Did he just commit one of the closest to perfect public unalivings in history? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I think, and I know some people are still sitting there going like, no, he's Venezuelan. You know what? I'm going to leave it up to what they know. I'm going to leave it up to law enforcement when they actually drop his name. Because as soon as they say Alejandro, I'll be like, okay. You see what I'm saying? We'll know right within the first or last name instantly. Oh, if it's Anthony Jackson, oh, he's Caucasian. You know what I mean. Give it time. And it looks like he's got a decent dental plan. Too soon? Maybe too soon. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. It really means a lot, but it's time to get going, okay? I'm going to keep an eye on this, and if there's any new updates, we are going to talk about. No one caught that dental plan thing. Like, y'all like, oh, yeah, and see, it's like a grenade. It took a minute to go off, but it's now going off. Now you guys got it. Yay. Hercules. I'm very proud of y'all. Dental plan, see? Because he's got a nice smile. Looks like he's got a decent smile. He at least had braces or something, or maybe he was born this way. Okay. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Okay. But when we have more information, we will be talking about it. I'm sure there's going to be more developing information tonight. So hopefully I'll be on with you guys tonight with that developing information. Anyway, that is the show. I appreciate you guys for being here. It really means a lot. It's always a blessing to share some time with you guys, talk about all the craziness, have a chuckle or two, and hopefully bring justice and awareness to all the things that are going on right now. So please do me a favor, hit that like button down below, hit that reaction button if you're watching on those other platforms. If you are watching on those other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, hit that follow button, hit that hit that subscribe button here on my main channel. Go to my secondary channel, y'all. Subscribe. It's called The Pascal Show Clips. Please and thank you. Go check it out. Subscribe. Don't forget, hit that join button down below. Like some of you guys just became members today. Welcome. Some of y'all who have been holding it down for a long time. As mods, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. As members, I really appreciate it. To my mods, I appreciate you guys always holding it down. You guys are incredible. Love y'all. Don't forget, hit that join button down below, please. Check out that Patreon. Check out that Locals. And check out PascalMerch.com. We got some really great stuff. I'm sure you're going to find something you'll love there for the holidays. Go check it out. All right. Anyway, guys, it is time to get going. Much love to you guys. If there's any other updates, we'll be talking later on tonight if there are. But until then, keep your head on a swivel. Be safe out there. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. We'll talk soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.